Okay? And now I talk about bullets. And now here's something when you write bullets. Notice what I do. On page 134, you'll get the inside scoop on what your prospects are really afraid of and why, and how to leverage the heck out of this information in your marketing. These are all called blind bullets. They're curiosity provoking. Blind bullets pull very well. They're a lot more compelling because it creates curiosity and people are dying to get to know what's in there. And then here you'll notice on different pages I have different bullets. And so you know exactly where this is coming from the book. Bottom Line, if you look at their marketing, does this very effectively the same way. You should check some of their stuff out. On page 52, you'll learn a surefire way of knowing almost 100% accuracy when you're most likely to be headed down the path of success. This one has nothing to do with marketing or sales copy. So there's lots of stuff in here. When to use childhood memories to flood your prospect with a rush of emotions, and which emotional buy buttons to push while you're doing this. And here's what's called a Johnson box. I think that the guy from Laugh-In, Artie Johnson, developed it. Straight out of it's the way you put a box around copy. Straight out of the starting gate, I'll reveal the most important emotional buy button you must press in literally every single sales communication you ever send out, regardless of what kind of media you're using. And skip this one and your ability to sell is reduced to hopeless begging, being in the right place at the right time, and luck. And last time I checked, you can't buy a lot with luck. With hope and timing of the fickle finger of fate, can you? That emotional buy button is empathy, and I discuss empathy all throughout the manual. I mean, it's so important, and I constantly show you ways of using empathy. This is a testimonial. Again, it shows a picture of Mark Sumter out of Kansas City, Missouri. He's a pretty well-known real estate guy. This is one of the best testimonies I have. He took me through every single step of the way how he used the system, and he even tracked it as to the additional income it brought him in as a result. Okay, once he started using it, an extra $42,000 in 25 days leading up to a seminar he was having. Darryl DeLong, this guy's been a really long time subscriber to my newsletter. Sean Greeley, sharp kid out of, I shouldn't call him a kid, he's a man, a young guy. I'm getting old now, so that's why I'm saying that. A trainer out of North Carolina, works with another sharp guy, Eric Ruth. Jenny Hamby is another well-known copywriter. Talks about, let's take a short breather here for a moment. Not only are you going to uncover 47 different ways to crawl inside your prospect mind and use smart and easy psychology to make them buy and have it all explained to you in plain and simple English, you also get a 5-step action plan showing you how to figure out which of your prospects' emotional buy buttons you need to push. I don't even tout that. I just threw that in there, and I don't even talk about that as something I get. It's basically a checklist that shows you how to use this information, okay? So you got 185 page, you're going to get like 9 inches of stuff, so you need to know how to use it. This shows you exactly what to do. You get free critiques, free buy buttons. Again, I don't want to go through all this in great detail. That's in the video from 2 days ago. Here's more bullets, okay? On page 71, I'll show you why you should never, ever sell based on price and the social, emotional, and financial pitfalls you can count on getting smacked with if you're foolish enough to try and do this. How about greed? You don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure out there are some products and services people buy simply because they're greedy. You'll uncover the secret to using greed so your prospects are salivating over what you're offering, and I'll explain the greed triangle you must use if you're marketing any kind of financial-related products and services. This one I know from personal experience because I used it effectively to generate over $2 million worth of commissions when I was a financial planner. Okay, this is real good, and it's important if you're selling anything financial related. Man, I'm reading this. I want to buy this myself, my own product. Small sampling. There's several dozen headlines. There's at least 25 or 35 headlines in here. Again, Jim Canale, very successful guy. Very nice testimonial. Talks about the results he used. He actually hired me as a private client to work on a promotion he had to sell a seminar. We sold out $70,000 worth of seats in a week. You'll notice on all these testimonials, there's no URL. Why is that? Most people put a URL, and I'll tell you why. It's not because I don't want to promote these people. I do. I don't want people clicking off here. Oh, Jim Canale, he's at www. Let me click off and check it out. Your goal in a sales letter is to sell. having the URL here isn't going to convince anybody one iota more, and this is wrong. This should be, it's Real Estate Lifestyle. See, he's got his email address. Another guy gave his phone number, Bill Parliament. So, these are people that are willing to take their time out to say what's going on. Here's what else you get in this system. I talk about it more and more. So here I'm just building more of a case for you to buy. Here's the sales copy. I'm also justifying valuations. You get 20 sales copy reviews just like this one. I charge $8.97 to do these. And if you go to my website, where the hell is it? It's at kingofcopy.com. I think it's /sales copy review. You'll see it right there. So you're getting 20 of these times $8.97. You ain't going to get that anywhere else, believe me. Troy White, another well-known copywriter and marketer out of Canada, super nice guy. And see, he talks about specifics. The Tales from the Throne is incredibly useful, something that has more meat in it than most overpriced books on the market. I love the Neiman Marcus strategy you talk about in there. At the going rate for copy like yours, this course is worth at least $15,000 to $35,000. Very specific testimonials. That's still not all. Here's all the other things you're getting in there, transcripts, okay? More testimonial. Richard Myers, real nice guy out of South Carolina, very successful entrepreneur, by the way. Chris Chico's a guy in Hollywood, Florida. He's been with me for ages. He's one of my early newsletter subscribers, and we've actually worked on a project together. I actually got to meet him in person this weekend. He was in Tampa and invited me to see him at a seminar he was speaking at. And he talks about his thing is like your system's fast and easy. I don't have to go through, there's a ton of stuff in there, but I don't have to go through 12 DVDs to learn one thing. Eric Ruth, very successful long-term marketer. He's actually partners with Sean Greeley. Talks about the sale, the most recent application of what he used, brought him in 81 sales of a $100 a month continuity program. I know they're doing much better than that now. Greg Bennick, it's 4 a.m. and I'm up listening to this stuff here. Again, Dwight Miller, Darryl DeLong, another testimonial from. These guys send me like multiple testimonials. This talks about the other bonuses you get, the CD and the 15 gifts that you get there. Final free gift. Mike Midget, another guy who's a private client of mine. I took his business and gave it some serious juice by. Bumping his lead response by 50%, and because they're more qualified leads, it turns into more than 50% investment for him. Rob Scrobe, guy's president of the Information Marketing Association. See, I have a URL there. I got to get rid of it. Tonight's coaching call. This is Jeff Pettit out of London, England. Here's my guarantees, okay? And I do this because it's kind of like old-fashioned. It's more in typewritten. I have my signature on that. I'm old school. When I was growing up, your handshake meant much more than any legal document any lawyer can ever draw up. And call me hokey, but don't you miss those days when your word was all you needed to get something done? Don't you? I do. Let's just say this guarantee is my personal handshake. What I'm trying to